Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina. We're headed toward the back stretch of the season, Week 9, and we couldn't be more fired up about this clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the Duke Blue Devils. Restate the State Pollock and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
It might be small, but it is mighty. The Duke fan base has really started coming alive, and just 40,000 fans can sound like 60 the way they are passionate and yelling for their Blue Devils. Duke is finding some success in football in the last decade, and Wallace Wade Stadium is starting to really rock and roll when opponents come to town. Guys?
Holly, thank you. And the Blue Devils headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Breaks into the open. The 40. Past the 30. 10. To the house. Touchdown, Kentucky.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Little. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Wants to throw it again. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. working that wide receiver screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the wideout. The sure hands, it's Nicholas. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Caught in the backfield, it's Nicholas. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind of your last opportunity to take shots, take advantage of the extended space on the field before you get cramped in the red zone. So I look for this offense to be aggressive.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
His drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Duke. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
And the extra point splits the uprights. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit. There he goes. The 50, the 40. The 20, inside the touchdown, Kentucky. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll run it from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
Can we just talk about how ridiculous of a catch that was? That was unbelievable. The receiver just sticks his paw out, snags the ball. That is incredible hand strength.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
They punted away on 4th down. Wants to return it. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 50, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown Wildcats. Great job by the back on the option. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 12th of the season.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch it, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he's going to bring this one out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Motion from the wide out. Second down, he'll throw it. A little release to the back. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Now this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Unloads to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under fire. And it's a sack.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Blue Devils will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Got a man. It's Skinner. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
And I really like the decision-making of the quarterback right there. And you're probably going, well, I know the running back. He's the one who made the catch and got the big gain, got the 1st down. But I like the way he saw the matchup, understanding I got speed over the middle of the field. I got the matchup I want. He runs the angle route, delivers the football, and they get the big point.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Off play action. Here's a heat. Escapes trouble. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front. They won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Looking for a crease. It's Barnes. That's the 20. He's got space. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And this offense, right, they are in a groove. They are in a rhythm, just finding themselves play after play. Everything they're dialing up right now is working. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm not changing a thing. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because this defense has had zero answers.
It's complete on the right side. 9-yard pickup on the play. Is now 2nd and 1.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You can tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing the one.
They're going back to the ground. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
On this 1st and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. Let's send the tight end in motion. Off play action on 1st down. Using his legs to buy some time. On target. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. He couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
After a drive this long, a field goal would be demoralizing at this point. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Escapes trouble. Lets it fly. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. It is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He leaves it with his back. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll try to get it through the air. Snagged out of the air. Works it ahead for 6 yards on the play. That'll be enough for the first down, and it also takes us to the 2-minute timeout. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. Turning it on. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds his big tight end, and they're able to get him on the ground. The Blue Devils want to pick up the tempo. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Blue Devils will call on their punt team. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Barnes.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on third and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the big fella to the corner. Flying down the right side. Running inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Kentucky! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They capped that one off in style, a 74-yarder for the score. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air on first down. They're working that left side. Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Timeout, Duke. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Steps his way to a little bit of a pickup. Not enough for the first down as the clock continues to move here late in the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 8 team, the Oregon Ducks. And it's the Buckeyes coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. They win their 2nd straight game and talk about doing it in style. That margin of victory is a head-turner. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Pac-12.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Back to pass, it's Mahan. Rushes on him. Right into the fray, and his first pass is incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Gets the back moving. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. They get to him as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll go to the counter.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Anderson. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Well, I guarantee you one thing, and at halftime with the big lead, there were no conversations about, hey, let's run the ball, let's slow it down, let's bleed the clock, keep our defense fresh. They are staying aggressive. They're trying to add to this lead, and with this quarterback, I do not blame you. Keep chucking the bill.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Beard is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
And the Wildcats come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on fourth down.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Got a little grass. Past the 10. Touchdown, Wildcats! Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
It's just so nice to have a signal guard who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper came on a 34-yard jaunt to the end zone. Fielded in the end zone, it's Moore. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Duke offense to start the drive. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. They believe they can run right here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Throws to the tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
The option look. Now the pitch. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Mahan. with the catch. It's Moore. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Little. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Blue Devils go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Oh, they're after him. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory.
Booster! Where did he go?
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Touchdown, Blue Devils! And they take it in for 6 more points.
On these critical 4th downs, as a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the first down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. On the move from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Makes the catch, and he's free. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll run it. It's Barnes. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to the ground with the running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Trying to move them on the counter. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Can't get him to the ground. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And the Blue Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying play action. Finds his big tight end. And they'll knock him down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Mahan. Buying some time as he moves left. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the 4th quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lets it fly. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. And what a return as he takes it back to the 8. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. Going to the run, it's Ivory. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. to the line of scrimmage.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on third and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up fourth down.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Offense will try to get things going on this drive. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Sends it downfield. Goes high to pull it in. He's loose on the right. Past the 20. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Pretty good job of coverage on that kick. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Just feeds the running back. Picks up the first down. There's a crease. He's inside the 40. The 20. He's at the 10.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6.